who, and just welcome back to my channel. Okay, so don't mind the inconvenient little mess, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm finna get my hair done, but I took out my birthday hair, and the irritation I had, because everybody does ponytails differently. I've done seen people do ponytails so differently, and I don't know if there's other ways to do ponytails, but what I know is that from my experience doing ponytails, I don't know if that's when you do the weave ponytail, if it's a different way of doing it. Like specifically I know is that you use the black gel to do ponytail styles or any up styles. I don't know if that's only for weave or the extensions, but what I specifically know is that that's what I was always using when I was growing up. And my hairdresser done just gave me a motherfucking hair scare. She literally gave me a hair scare. Literally gave me a hair scare, because when she was doing my hair, she only did hairspray. She didn't use no heat protection. She's putting the hot comb that people use when they're doing wig installs, whether it's glueless, lace. She was using that, and then she was using the blow dryer and not using any type of heat protection. So my hair, I kid you not, literally I think a day after, no, a day or a week after my birthday, my hair started lifting, and I didn't know how to motherfucking save it. And she was like, "You got to be glue," and I'm like, "No." So the whole time I'm over here saving my hair with Eco Gel the best I can to even though it looks frizzy and falling apart, I was able to make it look like half the month type save. So yeah, and then to the point where just I couldn't save anymore. The gel started lifting I feel a week later, so I couldn't save it anymore. So yeah, so I couldn't save it when I take it out. So after I took out my hair, y'all, the whole time after I washed my hair, I'm just bro, my hair was longer than this. When I say I have hair dedication, my butterflies, I do. I went to her with a good stretch amount of hair, my hair right here or here at most, when it comes to my stretch hair process. So I came to her with a head full of hair. So it's just all that she did to my hair, I really felt like I didn't have any hair. And then when I was washing my hair, I'm like, why the hell does my hair feel like it's thinning? Right? Why does it feel like it's thinning? Why does it feel like I ain't got no hair? Why does it feel I don't got anything? It feels like I literally have a strand full of hair, the way she cut it. When you cut hair or when you trim hair ends, me personally, it's not supposed to feel after you trim you don't have any hair. It's supposed to still feel like hair is there. But her method of how she did my ponytail, I feel that's what made it feel like my hair was thinning. And then I don't know, or it was a lot of shrinkage at this point, because after I blow dried my hair, I was like, oh, okay, I have hair. But the shrinkage is crazy, because after I do my hair, I put the heat protector, whatever, on my hair, and I use my hair. Like, I have hair, but then when I put up in a ponytail or like a up little like crazy messy bun, I'm like, fuck, there's nothing there but like a little cotton ball, and that's what freaking pissed me the fuck off. Cause I'm like, bro, I am never doing like any like not even experimental hairstyles. Like anything that's regarding ponytail, I'm not gonna let her do whatsoever. Like I will just stick to her when it comes to braiding, and that's it. If I want to do a ponytail or some creation that I've seen on Instagram, I'm just not gonna go with her. Like I'm gonna just stick to like the braiding, because she blessed me with 2 braids so far that I did with her. So if you're a hairstylist in Toronto, hi, let me know what your price range is. Let me know like how much you charge for deposit. Just let me know, because at some point I'm gonna be doing that hairstyle again, but I'm just not gonna go to her, because I feel like if I go to her, it's to the point where like my hair is actually scared now. Like I literally feel like I'm gonna have worse shrinkage, to the point where like I'm gonna have to finger wave my hair. Like the whole time I was scared, because like y'all know I do dye my hair, but I don't dye my hair like every 2 weeks, every week. Like I don't dye my hair when I'm sad. I don't dye my hair when I'm depressed, so my hair doesn't go through like extensive damage. Like it literally just gets colored like every 2 years, every 3 years, like, you know what I'm saying? And then it gets braided when I feel like I want to rock some braids. So I'm gonna do my hair again, but I'm gonna use the same. I'm gonna do my hair again, y'all, but like I just wanted to like cover it, because like I'm in the process of like re-getting my hair back to the length that I had before I went to her and let her give me this extreme shrinkage, to the point where I felt like I didn't have no hair. So that's why it's covered. Excuse the mess. It's one of those where I have to start, you know, getting all cute for y'all on camera, but it's not one of them days today. So let's get into the story time, y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Like I gave y'all like that time, so now it's that time to subscribe and get with the program, because I'm really gonna start telling y'all my tea, my business, and the whatnots and what who's. You know, you feel me? Okay, let's get into it. So if y'all went to high school with me, I feel like if you went to high school with me, then you know exactly how I was in high school. And you know the story time I'm gonna tell is about the wet floor story. Okay, so if you were with me, right, when this wet floor situation happened, then you know the story. But I'm gonna tell y'all the story itself, like from like future memory. Okay, if you know the story that I told y'all, then you know the story I'm telling y'all. I think I don't know if I told y'all, it's been so long, but I probably did tell y'all. But I'm sitting and watching some other story time, and I remember like, bro, like it's time to tell my story time, because it is where it is. So if you went to the high school I went to, which was, I told y'all, I didn't tell y'all, but if you're in Toronto and you went to this Etobicoke District School, MCI, then hi, you already know what it is. You already know like what it do though. Y'all already know the 411, like y'all already know what it is. Like y'all just already know like how MCI went from like boring to like straight up Kipling ghetto, from Kipling ghetto to now like it's 2 schools competing on who can be the ghettoist or who can do the most at this point, because it's really what it was. You feel me? Like, yeah, all right. Okay, so let me explain to y'all the gist of like everything, like from beginning to what led up to the wet floor sign situation. You feel me? And then what happened after that? Because I feel like some of y'all know and some of y'all don't know. So yeah, so let's get in, let's get into it, because let's just let's just get into it. Okay, y'all, so we're gonna call this boy, I'm not gonna make it so obvious, because this is what I called him in this is what I called him in high school. Like, so I feel like it's best to like call him what it is. So child, I'm pretty sure every girl called him this nickname too. So if you know who I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, mind your business, or ask around. If you don't, oh well, suck it up. I'm not about to explain to y'all what it is, what it isn't, what it was, because like it is what it is what it isn't, and that's just that. Okay. So we're gonna call him T. Okay. T. Let me give you a backstory on T. I don't know T personally. I've never seen T like surrounded by hella females in our school. I've never seen T just with a girlfriend or a female during my times of being in high school. Like, I just never seen it. Like, what I have seen was T and his clique, which T had two different cliques. So the first clique you'll definitely see at lunchtime, whereas him, his tomboy friend, and the other dude, and they'll all be clicked up in the corner of the front, the back door of the school. Literally, like the back door of the school. They'll be right beside, clicked up there, just mad silent. I feel like just peeping the gist of it and the 411 of it. Now, I ain't stupid, but let's just call it what it was. I feel like every dude in that school was selling like an ounce of weed at nighttime, moving the block, pushing the block. Like, it just is what it is. Like, it just is what it is. Or they smoked. Like, one out the two. You not stupid, girl. Like, it is what it is. Like, it's what it is. Like, that's what it is. Like, and you can't sit here lie to me and say you don't smoke weed, because like, but almost every dude at this school came to school high, or smelled like they had an ounce on them in their backpack. Like, it like, I'm not trying to be a snitch, but bitch, it just is what it is. Like, it just is what it is. And it's just like, it's one of those situations, like, you smell shit, you don't do too much, you peep it and be like, okay, and then keep it pushing, right? Okay, so I don't even know. Like, I feel like that T is one of those, and then like his second clique with the big boy and the pre-big boy and him, they would hang in, was it the West Wing or the East Wing? Or the tech, knowing what the tech hall is. Like, honestly, the longest hallway, the longest hallway, because the lockers made it look like a long ass hallway, and it really wasn't that. But honestly, it was the longest hallway out of the main Condor hallway. Like, for some reason, it was like, it just was what it was. Like, it was long as hell. And I feel like, to me personally, like, looking back at it now, I feel like the lockers made the hallway longer than it was supposed to, because it really wasn't supposed to be that long. But it was longer than the main Condor hallway, which was supposed to be the longest, but it really wasn't. And I don't understand why, but it is what it is, right? Okay, so T, that was hanging out in that hallway, and then he would hang out by the back. Oh my God, I'm not gonna confuse y'all, but okay, let me just play again. Okay, T hung out in two different hallways with two different cliques at two different times. One was lunchtime, and then the other one was when he was skipping school to handle business. Okay, not my business, don't know what is business, but you can't be that stupid. You put two and two together, handling business or just doing what you gotta do at the end of the day, point blank, period. Feel me? So let me explain to y'all the gist of it, because I don't believe I told 20 people this, because I wasn't trying to like put business that really wasn't business on blast, but it's one of those like don't oh my god, I'm trying to like talk, basically don't talk to me and try to like flirt with me if you not trying to like be with me, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not a fetish, I'm not a fantasy. It's either you fuck with me or you just don't fuck with me in that type of way. Like, I'm not a dare, I'm not a fantasy. Like, it is what it is. Like, it's either you fuck with me or you don't, or go about your business. Because honest truth, and really, like, it really wasn't that serious. Like, just don't do it just to you. So this is what it always, I kid you not, and y'all can call me crazy, but me being in this high school, I always wore the most I always wore the most provocative, explicit things to school. And even when I wasn't, I was still getting like head turns, like looks, like just something. It's one of the moments, just like, it's one of those moments where just like niggas, oh my god, I'm trying not to use derogatory language, however the hell you want to say it, but it's one of those moments where like dudes would just stand like an inch from your locker, like during a period transition, right? Watch you, preview, and you're one of them girls just like always have music in your ears and always clicked up with outcasters, you feel me? But like everyone fucked with you at the end of the day, but not on like the buddy level. Just everyone had like mutual respect for you. Like, they wouldn't try you, they wouldn't like, you know, do corny shit with you. Like, they did it in grade 9 or whatever, but like once I like, you know what I'm saying, got myself together and let it be known what it is, like people didn't really like do all that shit. Like, I just mad goofy. Like I told y'all, I was known twerking in hallways. So it's one of those, just like, you come to me when you want to be lit. I'm the party, I'm the shit. Like, especially the stoners, like, gang gang, you feel me? Like, gang gang. But, you know, that's not here nor there. So anyways, back to what I was motherfucking saying. Okay, so that's what it was with T. So let me explain to y'all like what happened or what was happening. Okay, now this probably made sense at the time, but now looking at it, it just really was one of those, like, it didn't really make sense, but hey, you my people, so we finna get clicked up all the time. So I was hanging around, like, my typical clique was, I'm hanging around emo stoners, okay? The ones them that were always smoking weed or cigarettes, like different brand cigarettes, or vape. Like, it was a whole clique, okay? And I'm not, and if y'all are wondering, like, why don't you hang with like, you know, the people who are like lit and like party, like dumb girls, whatever. I'm not saying that they weren't like my cup of tea, because they was at the end of the day, but like, I didn't feel like, back then I didn't really feel like I fit in with them in that type of way. Like, I really fit in with them or whatever, but you know, it was mad respect. Like, I say hi, keep pushing, but like, my click was my click at the end of the day. Like, it's just mutual respect. But you know what I'm saying, I don't hang out with them, we don't all go to lunch together. It's one of them like, hi, how are you, keep pushing. But my click is my click. So I was hanging with stoners, right? So mind you, I told y'all in the last story time about how I got played of the group I hung out with. So mind you, I'm hanging out with a bunch of stoners who are about to graduate. Like, not even in 4 years, like they finna graduate, like right as like summer hits, like they finna graduate, right? And they about to leave. So like it's kind of just like I'm not trying to say like I was the only like grade 9 grade 9 or was it grade 9 or was it, no, grade 10. It was it's either it's great. Okay, this either happened in grade 10 or 11, but I just want to make it very clear I wasn't the only grade 10 girl in the clique. Like it was me and my other Tom girlfriend at the time too in this clique. It's just she kind of like, oh my god, how much I'm trying to remember if she eventually joined them and started smoking. And yeah, okay, I feel like she did, because we were all okay. Me and her were always the only two in the group standing and watching them smoke and having like a good conversation and laughing, you know, with them. And then eventually she joined them too. And then I was going to, I ain't gonna lie, but they were always on my ass. And Kyle was the baby of the group. They were all like, you don't want to do that. Like, you the baby. I hope you never do this. Like, they were always on my ass, y'all. They were just like, I hope you never do this. You not fun to do this. Like, I swear if I catch you with something, like, it's gonna be something. And I'm just like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay. Like, I ain't gonna do it. I did it. But like, y'all, like, I did it. But like, I feel like it was like a year after they left, you know? But okay, so they're always on my ass about it, right? So I'm the youngest of the group, despite there's another person in the same grade as me, but her birthday is way before mine. So because my birthday on the last of the month, on the 26th, I'm the last one of the group to have a birthday, and that's usually when no one's at school. So I'm the baby of the group, okay? So they always looking out for me regarding those things. You feel me? Okay, let's carry on. So let me tell you now, for real, now you understand who I hung out with. I'm gonna tell you what. So this was my time when I really was like skipping class. And not, if y'all watch the story time about male bestie experience, this was way, when I say way, I mean way before I motherfucking met him. And way before any of that shit happened, right? Just way before that happened. So this is what happened. Okay, I was wearing, so this was my shawl phase. When I say shawl, I mean like my shawl, track pants, and some random shoes, and a tank top. So I know basically was like, oh my god, I don't know why I felt like this was cute. I don't know why I felt like this was sexy. I don't know why I felt like this was my sexy era, but I remember distinctly what I was wearing this day. I was wearing my burgundy shawl, my tight fitted tank top, my gray joggers that really like accentuated my booty. Like when I say accentuated it, like it made it look really good. Like I'm talking about it gave me like this track pants from Fairweather. Thank the Lord I found it, because let me tell you, I don't have it now because like I grew out of it. You feel me? But let me tell y'all, when I found this tracksuit at Fairweather, y'all, it came with like a crop top sweater, but I genuinely liked wearing the bottom part more, because the way like, and it was black too, and you know black hides fat, so like it don't make you look fatter than, it doesn't make you look fat like fat as fuck. It kind of like accentuates like the fat and makes you look like you got like that dip hip with the booty and, you know, the nice legs or whatever. Like you got the whole bottom part of Nikki going for you. Like that's really what I had going. Like with that pants and the two cheetah tights that I had, baby, there was no booty padding in any of those hoes, because I did not wear any butt padding. Like I naturally had a fat ass, and I still do to this day. But the way those like tracksuits and the 2 leggings that I wore, if you know, you know, was accentuating me, baby. When I say blessed of the blessed, blessed of the blessed. And the fact that, yeah, the blessed of the blessed, when I say the blessed, like, it's just the blessed, like, it accentuated me so good, like, to the point where just like, girl, like, I came in there almost every day, and the shit I was wearing, to the point where when security finally came to the school, security kept tagging me for, you know, my accentuated things, and you know, that's a whole other story. That's a whole other story time. But yeah, so I was blessed with that. So I wore that black tracksuit, and I believe it was wintertime during this time. Was it wintertime or was it like fall? I don't know if I was wearing Uggs or one of my shoes. Whatever my shoes I was wearing, and then I didn't really know how to, like, you know, how I do now, like part my hair or slick it back or whatever. Like, I was just having my hair like a hot ass mess, quite a square every single day. It was so embarrassing, and the fact that a lot of females in the school not doing shit, like, it's, you know, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Like, god damn it, like, it is what it is. Okay, let's go back to it. So as I was wearing, I remember I was chilling in the tech hallway. Okay, the tech hallway with not the whole crew, just maybe like 2-3 members of the crew, because we all had an agreement that we were not going to class. We were all not attending our second classes. Like, we would like go catch up on our classes the next day or after school, but we just wanted to kick back and relax. Like, it was one of those like mental health check days, baby. Like, we were just done. Like, we was already done with the done. But the funny thing is, y'all was done with the done. Like, y'all just don't have to attend class that much. My ass was still stuck for like another 3 years or 2 or a year or 2. Like, let's be legit. But it's one of those days where just like, you know, we chilling, da-da-da-da. Right? So I don't remember what we were all talking about or whatever, but I know we all went to Metro. That was like a good like 2 blocks from the school, maybe 3. And we got food, and we didn't finish the food in time when the bell rang, because we came back, I believe, the last 20 minutes of lunch to like park our asses by the tech hallway and like really sit and like key or whatever. And mind you, like, they been like zooted from the moment we left the school, and like, I believe I was the only sober one too, so it was one though, just like, okay, I guess I'm entertainment because my laugh is funny as fuck. So yeah, so y'all know. So period, we got back to school, we sat down, we were eating food. Someone told some funny ass joke. I don't remember what it was, but my ass was dying of laughter. I pulled out. If y'all heard me laugh, like, if y'all ever been on the phone with me and you hear me laugh after you tell something that's not really funny, but it's funny at the same time to me because I'm processing it, then you already know. Like, I pulled out the witch laugh, the hyena laugh, and the asthmatic laugh. Like, at this point, like, my people was thinking that I was dying. They were like, y'all, where's her asthma puffer? Like, is she okay? Like, she's not breathing. Like, is she okay? Like, is she okay? And then when I started pulling up the hyena laugh, they're like, oh, okay, she's good. And then they all laugh together, and they be like, she's funny as fuck. Like, all you hear is me, like, two notches high of laughing, and people coming out their classroom, like teachers coming out their classroom and be like, they really want to say, can y'all shut the fuck up? But they're like, can y'all take it down a notch, please? And then they be like, oh, okay. And then my ass will go right back to laughing. Like, you would did I think I'm high too, but I'm really not. Like, the joke was legit that funny. Even if it wasn't supposed to be funny, it was. I was that laughing. And they all laughing too. And then as I, like, you know, die down, I swear I do, I just remember the joke all over again, and it goes like 3 times, not tired. And teachers are like mad, yo. Teachers are like mad pissed because we're all laughing in the middle of the hallway over. Not even the like, I'm laughing at the joke itself now, but not everyone laughing at the fact about my laugh and the joke. So motherfuckers, yo, it was so funny. Like we all had, I swear to you not, we all had, no, not even me. Like I'm on the floor dying of laughter. Yo, I remember it now because I'm not gonna laugh, but we would. Yo, it was so funny. And then they had to like laugh and leave. Yo, they're just like, no, I can't do this anymore. Like my side cannot take it. So they all started walking down the hall dying of laughter. And they're like, yeah, I was like, nah, I'm going to class. And then we're like, yeah, I'm going to class too. I'm just leave at the point because it's just too much going on. So some left, some stayed, and me and my friend started like talking whatever. And then she was like, you know what, I'm actually going to go to class too because like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want this, you know. She was like, I'm going to go to class too. So, we was going to class too. So, me and her were talking, and then I peeped T and his clique in the tech hall as well. But they weren't in the tech hall. They were, you know, in the little hallway going out. Okay, so how my school set up was, there was a door going out, and there was a little like hallway in between that door and then another door to make you actually go outside and go out your business. They were in that little hallway all clicked up, and I feel like they heard my laugh too, and I know they were laughing or whatever, but they were like there. So when I peeked over, I was like, oh shit, they're there. Like, what the fuck? How long y'all, like, it's one of those like, how long were y'all standing there? Like, how long were y'all standing there? Like, were y'all here from like, were y'all there from like when we came back and got our food? Like, or y'all just been parked their asses there trying not to go the next period? Like, what was it? But they were there, right? So me and my friend were like all clicked up or whatever. So I was like, okay, you know what? Like, I'm just gonna like, I'm like, to my friend, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stay here because I don't want to run one class. Like, this class I had was boring. Nothing ever happened in it, but the one time I don't go, there's a whole sheet happening, and there's a whole 411 happen. Like, I could you not, like, let me explain to you this class real quick. This class was taught by a gym teacher, okay? And majority of people in that class were the ones that, like, not my stoner friends, because you know deuces, you know, whatever, but it was the whole athlete team, like those boys that be goofing off, sagging, they play ball, they hide together, they're on the phone together, you know what I'm saying? They all clicked up, gang, like everyone's friends, like that was it. Like, it was a class full of them, and they barely be in class, and it is what it is. But it's all of them, and literally the whole, like, I don't want to say geek, I don't want to say nerd, but the whole Caucasian, those Caucasian smart kids were in that class too. So it was just like, every time I go to that class, nothing's happening. Like, I kid you not, every time we go in that class, we got assigned seats. I go in my assigned seat, I'm sitting in that class. We get one sheet of work. You'll be lucky if you get a second sheet of work, and you do it, and I'm listening to music the whole entire time, because I kid you not, that's the only way I could actually do my work, if I have, you know, my headphones and my music. Because if I don't, like, I kid you not, like, if I don't have my music to, like, act, like, once I know what to do, I'm good. So I need music to, like, you know, actually focus. But if I can't, like, listen to music and do my work, like, I'm just like, it's kind of just like peer pressure to focus. Like, you want to focus, but like, you're too busy looking at the wall, the books on the shelf, the floor, your mind all over the place. So I just need my music, right? So I play my music in the classroom, and sometimes it's 10 times louder, and everyone's looking at me like they can actually hear my music. so I had to turn it down. You feel me? So yeah, so so that happened in that class, and then it was one of those. And I was like, I'm gonna stop. To me, I was like, okay, fuck it. I don't even know I need this. I don't even know if I need this class, but I'm gonna stop going to this class because we never seem to do anything that makes sense. Like, we just get 2 sheets of papers from a previous lesson that we learned, and then we're sent off to our next period of class. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to go anymore, so I just skipped it. So mind you now, so now that my friend, now you understand, that was the class I skipped, and then all my friends was like, okay, I'm gonna go, and I'm like, okay, do you want me to walk you, whatever? She's like, no, I'm good, like, my class is like right here, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna get a late slip and go. So eventually, like, I'm just like, yo, I'm the only one in this hallway now. Like, all my friends done went to their period, or they just went home because they were over the day. Literally, I went to go see their mans or their girlfriends. So what are we doing, baby girl? Like, we just want to sit in the hallway, and my phone is gonna die too. And I'm gonna go. I started bringing my charger to class because literally I didn't feel like 100% was gonna hold me for the whole day until I learned about battery saving mode. So I always had my charger, and there was a plug like literally right across from the tech hall. So I'd always try my phone, and then once my phone hit 100%, I was like, okay, it's time to leave. So this is what happened, y'all. Okay, so T, and not the first clique that I told you all that's in the main hallway, his second clique decided to, I guess, go to their classes now as well. So this is what I literally do, because I was just like, hey, I'm gonna wait until they like go, and once they're ahead of me, and when I mean ahead of me, I mean like they're gonna walk up the little stairs and get out and go to the cafeteria or whatever. Cool, that's when I'll start walking and picking up the pace. Like, I'm not saying it because like I'm scared of them or whatever, because I'm not. Let's be for real, I'm not. It's one of those just like, I'm not trying to, yeah, we're not doing that. So that's what I did. So once they reached to a certain point, I was like, okay, all right, now it's time to like keep it pushing. Like, now it's time to go too. So I grabbed all my stuff. When I say all my stuff, I meant like I stopped carrying backpacks to school. Like, if y'all know about Jansport, like what you know about them Jansport bags, like the black one and the purple one and the red one was the hot one. Like, if you didn't have any of those colors, and the other one too, if you didn't have any of those colors going to high school with, when it was time, what was we talking about? What is we talking about? Because once you had one of those bags, y'all, they were so hot and they were hard to find too. My ass wanted one of those bags too, yo. And every time I try to get one for back to school, they're out of stock, and they don't know when they're gonna get them back in stock either too. So at one point, I just was like, you know what, fuck it. I just wanna like carry a purse to school like other girls. So me and my mom took me to like our favorite purse store, Aldo, and we just got a purse. And my mom was like, is this gonna be enough for you to carry your periods back to school? And I said yes. The whole time, y'all, it was not. So I just decided, instead of like having all my stuff in my locker or whatever, I'm just gonna carry what I need through periods. Like, if I had 4 periods, okay, I know what notebook I'm carrying for certain periods. Only time I don't have to carry a notebook is when I'm in art class, because normally in art class the stuff is already there, peer presented. You're just watching a video on how to do the artwork, because art is my shit. Or you're just watching a movie and then you take a quiz, and majority of the movies are on art and who invented the clay glass or who invented the first sheet of paper. Like, it's one of those. So I was like, okay, cool. Now back to the story for real. Okay, so here we go. So I waited till T. So that after T and his crew like went forward and they wanted to pass me, I was okay. Now it's time to get up. So I got up, my phone was charged, I collected my thing, I looked at my headphones, I put my music in my ears, and that was it. I thought they weren't gonna come back. No one forgot anything. We're good. We're kudos, we're chip yo, you feel me? Was I wrong? So this is what happened. Okay. T's crew members all went forward. I guess they were talking about me, right? Because they were walking and they were looking back at me, and they were walking and looking back at me. So I was mighty confused. I'm just like, why y'all talking about me? Like, why is y'all walking and talking about me? Like, if you got something to say, like, I should have been like, if y'all got something to say, like, I still don't know how I should be like, if y'all got something to say, I'm right here. Say it to my face. Like, don't keep gossiping about me like bitches and then keep turning looking at me like, what are we doing? Now, I don't know if it was an insult, y'all. They were just, because they kept looking back. I don't know if it was an insult. I don't know if they were complimenting me. I don't know if they were fantasizing about me. I don't know, because they kept walking and looking back. So, to the point, I'm looking up, and this is my music. Like, I'm so focused on my destination, the cafeteria. So, I'm just like, the whole time, I'm just like, why y'all looking at me? In my head, I'm like, why y'all looking at me? To the point where they stop, right? He dabs his boys up, and then I'm like, I'm taking my sweet ass time because I walk hella fast, y'all. So I kind of like slowed myself down a little bit, and I slowly, like at this point, I'm passing the disability ramp for the kids that are in wheelchairs or crutches and stuff like that, and I'm passing our hallway. He does a spin the block back with his phone. We start talking. Now, y'all, if y'all can ask what the hell we talked about, I don't remember, but it led up to me, like him giving me his phone number and I'm getting his. So this is what happened. Okay, so I don't know if he was high. 9 times out of 10 he probably was, but he wasn't drunk. Okay, so I felt like when he came to spin the block and they were about to come talk to me, I'm like, okay, so y'all were just talking like but y'all making a bet to see if he can bag me or something. Was y'all making a bet or talking about me and fantasizing about me, whatever? Was y'all doing all that extra shit? Like, what was y'all doing? Cause I know he was talking to me. I feel like there was a compliment involved. Me, he doing a whole lot of, I do a he, and he trying to like peek that accentuation, and we exchange numbers, and I'm like, is he gonna actually hit me up? And he was like, and I'm like, okay, cool. So I get his number. Okay, I kid you not, yo. I didn't tell a damn soul. Like, I didn't tell a damn soul that I got his number whatsoever. Like, I did not. Like, I had his number, and I kid you not, we only spoke one time. I feel like, I don't remember what the text said, but I feel like he would ask me for like some sexual favors or whatever. I didn't know what it was, and that was the only time we spoke. Okay. Easter break rolls around. I'm like, I think this is my man. You know, we talking. That one time we talked, we flirted. I was like, okay, this is my man. Whatever, this is my man. Because every time I see him, right? Child, I'm embarrassing myself because, bitch, I don't mean to call y'all bitches, but my butterflies, y'all, every time I seen it, I think him my number, every lunch period, every break, I was excited to see this boy. Like, I don't know what it was, but I was motherfucking excited. This wasn't this. The fact that it wasn't even brown, y'all, which I spoke about, y'all, I was excited to see this boy. Like, I told my friend about what just happened after she left me in the hallway by myself, and she was like, ooh, and I was like, ooh. Like, she wasn't one of them girls who were just like, ooh, gossip tea. Like, she was one of them tomboys that was just like laid back whenever. She was more about her sports, but we always had tea to tell each other, like, after like 1 period, 2 period, we just chop it up, right? So, y'all, I was excited to see this boy, because like, me and her always went to the cafeteria. I don't know why, but the food was expensive as fuck. One slice of pizza was like $5, y'all. I kid you not, me and her stopped like buying food, like in the cafeteria, and we started going to Metro, everybody else, and click. So every time me and her came back with our food, baby, we was walking around eating our food, and y'all, the moment I saw T with his click, y'all, I kid you not, my whole we didn't even do the forbidden dance, like none of that. Like, it's just like it for me back then. It was definitely like how laid back and how he carried himself. Like, I don't mean like I know how he carries himself. It's just the way, like, how laid back and how he just was just like, it was doing it for me, because he never wore like what other kids wear. Like, 9 times out of 10, you caught T in a whole black tracksuit, like he caught a lick, or he's gonna do a lick, or you caught him in like different sweats and a hat, or he was just always in some laid back shit, right? So it was that for me. Like, it was that for me. And then the one time I saw him wear a t-shirt and that was black or white, I was like, yo, it's the you for me. That was the you for me. Like, I was all excited to this man. Like, I was like, girl, hold on, I'm gonna talk to my man real quick. So he would see me, he would look at her, he would stop talking, I go up to him, we don't kiss. Like, I kid you not, we did not match lips, we didn't do none of that, y'all. Like, I just went up to him, I hugged him, I fed him whatever I had, I offered him food, and I bought for his peoples too, because I'm just like, this is my man. These are his peoples. I'm not supposed to be looking out his peoples, just his man, but hey, my man, his peoples, his fam, whatever. I'm gonna feed the crew. I'm gonna feed the crew. I did not give fuck. Like, 9 times out of 10, I came back with a whole heft of food like a big bitch. Couldn't finish it. I didn't give it. It's not like I gave him leftovers. It was just like, I'm eating the food, hanging with my peoples. I see him. I tell my friends, hold on. He over there sweet talking me. He's in the corner sweet talking me, and making down my food. His people's talking to me and asking like, can I get some too? I'm like, I'm gonna feed you, baby, and I'm gonna feed your peoples too, cause it's not like y'all was broke. I know y'all. It's not like y'all was broke. Y'all was just saving y'all money for more important things. It wasn't just like, cause at this point it's like y'all will come back and go chains, designer shit to school after selling around the block. So it wasn't like y'all didn't have money. Y'all just didn't care to bring it to school and waste it on school stuff. Like, y'all rather just invest in actual serious shit, and starve. So it is what it is, or make some sugar ass sandwich for school. So I was feeding him his people, and then when he wasn't there, I was asking people where he was, and then people were just like, he didn't come to school today, he had an appointment or something. I'm like, okay, cool, I'm gonna see him tomorrow. So I'll talk to his friend, and his homie will just come up to me, and they'll be telling me like, yo, T said this, T said that, T said, I'm like, oh yeah, and they're like, yeah, and I was like, oh my god, and he was like, oh my god, like, I was like, oh my god, like, y'all, that's really what it was. This is what pissed me the fuck off. Okay, let me tell y'all what pissed me the fuck off. So let's get into it. Okay. Let me just get into it and tell y'all TT. Okay, so this is what happened. So we had an Easter break, right? We had an Easter break weekend, right? So my ass was just like, I'm gonna text him. Like, I was sitting there debating if I should text him and say Happy Easter, whatever, right? Because I noticed that me talking to him, like, he wasn't responding anymore. Like, at this point, I feel like he was over me or whatever. I don't know. He had time he was over me. He had bitches dealing with, and like, he was just over it. Now, I didn't know what I did. It's not like I went around telling everybody, oh, I know he's so Zaza. It wasn't like I gave up his spot location or whatever, because I been know where he lived. I just didn't know the door and the floor. But where he lived is where bear shootings happen. Where he lived was someone always getting jacked, robbed, shootings happen. Like, y'all want to see ghetto? If I lived in, like, I wouldn't say a suburban area where every white person was like, hi, howdy, little dude. Like, you know, the whole block lived there too, but like, it was more like a more gated, reserved area versus like the ghetto is like a good 5 blocks down. So it is what it is. And then they started coming up in our block, so coming back in my area. So it was like they would see him, but they'd only come to the pool and the sauna or whatever, right? So this is what happened. I sent him an Easter text. Yo, no response. Like, no response whatsoever. And I'm like, he's probably, I should have thought about it. I'm like, he's probably in an area where, like, he can't really, like, you know, text because he's handling business. But it's to the point where it's just like, he wasn't texting me, but he was posting. So I was just like, okay, cool. So, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm pissed. So we go back to school after the Easter break, and now I'm pissed because I'm just like, bro, like, you in here, you here, you smiling in my face, you having a whole attitude or whatever. I don't know what it is. Like, I didn't do anything to you. All I said was Happy Easter to you. If you wanted some head, you could have said that. If you wanted some, you could have said that. But it really wasn't like that. Like, all I did was say Happy Easter. If you didn't celebrate Easter, you could have just said, I don't celebrate Easter. I'm not with that shit. None of that. Like, it wasn't an issue. He just stopped freaking texting me. So I got pissed. I'm just like, bro, you're not texting me. You're not saying anything to me. But you, I don't know what did I find. I don't remember what I told people that I found. But it was like he was with other bitches or something like that. So at the point where, like, I felt played, because I'm just like, bro, it's just like, yo, it wasn't like I felt played. Like, if you want me to come over to, like, Netflix and chill, but no, Netflix and chill was a situation back then. If you want me to come over and kick it, you could have said that, because it really was nothing. Like, I lived 10 blocks from the ghetto residential area where people get shot and crackheads live and all that stuff. So it really was nothing for me to come over there and kick it with you, not spend the night, kick it with you, and then go back home. It really was none of that. But you weren't saying nothing. Like, I'm supposed to be mine. Like, I ain't know who did me, baby. I don't have psychic powers. I cannot figure out digits or anything. So he just like, I'm moving funny. So I was like, okay. So I'm just like, so I peep it back, and the more I think about it, I'm getting angry. I'm like, bro, what the actual fuck? So I'm telling people, like, not even people, I'm telling, like, my homegirl, and people just happen to be around there listening in for no reason. Like, it's not none of y'all business. So I'm getting mad about it. So I'm like, bro, if you were over me, you could have just said that. Like, we didn't even last a month. We didn't even last, like, it wasn't even a day. It was a 2-day situation, and you were totally off me. So it really wasn't that deep. Like, I would have respected you more if you just said, bro, like, it's not one of those situations anymore. Like, I was trying to, like, I don't want to say feel you out. Or I was trying to, like, you know, see what's up. But then I was just kind of like, I'm not into it no more. So it's one of those things, like, why waste your time? You know, like, give me your number and spitting game and flirt with me and digging in my lunch when he really wasn't trying to be about it. Right? So I'm thinking about it. I'm getting mad. I have hella class with my friend. So me and her are like talking about it when the bell rings. We're just like, okay, we'll talk about it in classroom. We kicking da and etc. etc. So people like eavesdropping in. Like, I wasn't to them. Like, I was to the messy people were eavesdropping in and putting the 2 cents in. Like, who you talking about? Who you talking about? And I'm like, it's really not any of our business. And I'm like, they're like, and then my friend just like, she doesn't say anything, and she's like, who you talking about? Who you talking about? And I'm like, you know what, science, y'all want to know what the fuck it is? I'm gonna say T. So I told them the whole just the situation of what T, and they were like, oh shit. And they're like, LMF, and they're like, girl, you getting played, bro. Confront his ass. And I'm just like, me getting all hype. I was like, bro, I'm finna get him. I'm finna get him. Like, I'm finna get him at lunch. Like, you're not about to speak game at me, take my number, and then duck me or ghost me, whatever you want. No, it was ghosting. Yeah, ghosting and duck me all at the same day. Like, if you just didn't want to be with a big girl, just say that, because it looked like catfished you or anything, or I had on a whole bunch of shit wears, and I just came approaching and looking like Nicki Minaj and Beyonce. Like, I literally was my authentic self and moving by my day, and you approached me on some high flirty shit, got my number, and then I was basically feeding you. Like, that was it. Like, when I mean feeding you, I don't mean taking my money and buying a thing of lunch, was being a dime for me. Meaning I bought my own food and I split it. Basically, I split my lunch with him, and he was evening it all out to his homie. So let's talk about it. So people are like, you're gonna confront him. So how high school works is word gets around. Like, shit was traveling fast, and I feel like people were being messy and like interjecting their own 1, 2s, and 3, 4s. Cause when I saw him in the hallway, I got mad all over again. And this was the day, and then the same time too was when suburban kids were trying to act like they came from the trenches. Suburban kids were who had the 9-to-5 parents, the parents who off their asses and gave them a golden spoon in their mouth whenever they asked for it. Were trying to act like they were from the trenches and they were really about that, you know, gang life. They were really about it. When you're not. Like, stop trying to be something you're not. Like, you are not, because to the point where like they were so sloppy with their work, to the point where like we had the cops coming in our school almost every day, collecting suburban kids who were trying to be about that life, and their parents, you know, getting up from their bed to bail their kids out, and then them just coming to school to do it the next day, but them getting lessons. Yo, I can't even tell y'all, like, the fact that I was an eyewitness in all of this. Like, there's a park before you when you're about to like go to Metro, and it's a public park, okay? And I'm not saying it was Brown. I'm not saying Brown is a professional in what he does, because I was never out with him moving the block and pushing anything or whatever. Like, he did his work. He did what he did in them streets and came home, and not even come home. He came to my block, to me, to say goodnight, chop it up, kiss, make out, and then went back home type shit, right? So Brown and his homie C were in the park with a dime bag of weed. Okay, little dime bags of weed. I feel like they were getting people, okay? They were getting people to transport, you know, around the block, okay? They were getting people to transport around the block, because every time I was passing by Brown's locker, Brown whole locker smelled like a dime bag of weed or an ounce of weed, okay? It's not a lot, but the way whatever he got was pretty strong. You could smell it coming outside the locker, and then you could smell it on him as well. Okay, so Brown and Cole were in the park with all these wannabe trench kids, with these suburban kids, wannabe trench kids so bad, showing them how to be more discreet, okay? Showing them how to be less sloppy and more professional type shit. Because after, I saw it. Like, after me and my friends came back from Metro to get, like, food, and they're banging mac and cheese, and they're banging wings and, like, potato wedges and fries. Everyone would eat at the exact same park. And they would be, like, not even a block away, like a few 3 walks down. If y'all remember it, you'll remember 3 walks down, showing these kids, these suburban wannabe trench kids, how to transport and how to move discreetly and whatever. So Brown would leave them, come talk to me, we would talk, and he would go back with them, and they would all walk collectively back to the school as if they learned something, just for them to be 10 times more sloppier, and the cops coming to our school, calling them one by one, and them getting arrested, and them all laughing, and all you hear is free. Let's say a white boy named Brian gets arrested, suburban that's trying to dress like he from the trenches and about that life, right? And he gets arrested because the cops call him on speaker. Then they figure out what class Brian has. Brian's probably in art class, right? They tell Brian to come to the office. If you're in the hallways and you catch the shit, you catch Brian going in handcuffs, going in the cop car driving away, and all you hear is, free Brian, free Brian, free Brian. I'm over there checking in my head like,
BFFR. What did that spell? B fucking for real.
Y'all, there was 2 different lessons going on. Let's talk about that. And the fact that it was all happening at lunchtime. You feel me? So, I'm gonna say real quick. So, there was this fine Samoan boy. I'm gonna say G. Okay, G was teaching the suburban kids too, but they were like away from like the slides and the swing. They were like in a corner near someone's like fence or whatever, having a whole different lesson. So I don't know what they were telling these grade 9ers, but for some reason, y'all, these grade 9ers felt like after that whole little lesson and that dime bag or whatever and that ounce, y'all, after that, I don't know what it was, but they're probably good talkers and good explainers, whatever you want to call it, because after that period, these suburban kids felt like they was really from the churches. Like, they all went from, and then their whole style changed too. Like, and it was getting bare females, because they went from pants above the waist, tucked in shirt, to sagging, and a whole different look, like their teachers, bro. Yo, it was just like, damn, 24-hour makeover, you feel me? 24 hours, because that's really what it was. So anyways, so I'm looking for tea. So I come back, I'm looking for tea, right? And I'm like, where the fuck is tea? I look in the lunchroom, and mind you, now there's a group of people following me looking for tea also, and giggling and laughing. And I'm just like, I think about, I'm like, it's really not funny. Cause now I'm thinking about most of this shit's happened to all y'all after this. It's really not that funny, it's really not that serious, but at the same time, I don't like being played. Like, if you don't want me, don't play with my feelings and don't play with my emotions like that at the end of the day. So I'm pissed as fuck. I'm just like, bro, you didn't have to do all that, dubbing the block, asking, flirting, asking my number, and do all that. Like, you could have just said you want to be friends. Not that serious. So let's get into it. So I finally find T, and I'm pissed like 10 times more. So T the whole time was in the front of the school, sitting on that ledge, like this stone ledge, like down from the hot dog vendor. If you know the hot dog vendor, you know he made the best hot dogs ever. They were just mad pricey as the school year went on. So basically, I found him, and I'm pissed. So I'm looking at him, and I don't know what I said, but I remember like there was a whole crowd of people following me. So, yo, and I believe he was with a whole like white girl. Was he with a whole female, like other female? Like it wasn't just him. It was him, his people, like his first set of people, his other clique, and I think there was one girl. So I'm getting pissed because I'm just like, okay, cool. I'm like, I don't know what I said, but I know I was yelling at him, and everyone looking and laughing at him. Like, I don't know if they were like at me, the situation, or him, but I didn't really give a fuck. Cause it's like, one thing about me, you're not finna play me. After, it's not like I sacrificed anything, but you're not finna like, cause like at the end of the day, I didn't come up to you and flirt with you. You feel me? I didn't come up to you and be like on some nasty shit. I didn't come up to you and tell you, fine, what's up, like what we doing? None of that. Like, I was telling my stoner people, they left. You happened to be in the same quarter as us, just in the hallways, in the door, just praying me the whole entire time with your friends and talking. And I waited literally until you walked past with your people for me to get up and go to the cafeteria. It was one of those, like, I was flirting with you the whole time and led you on. It was you doubling the block, coming back to me after your friends parted ways, went to their classroom, asking for my number, flirting with me, and you just being, I don't know what it is, you being flirty or mad friendly, I do not care. But at the end of the day, it's about the principality. Like, don't just be doing on extra shit when you know you don't you're not really feeling nobody. You feel me? Like, I'm not a moment type girl where you go for me for a moment and dip. No. So that's why I was pissed. I'm just like, bro, like, you dealt with the block. I'm not saying you dated me before. You came up to me on some funny shit. Gave me your number. Everyone confirmed this was your number. Everyone's in our conversation. And yeah, so you're not going to pay me. So I got pissed. And he, like, I'm getting pissed. He's kicking about it like it was funny. Then to the point, I'm just like, nah, now I'm gonna get a rise out of you. So now you know how the fuck I feel. So as I'm getting pissed, and I'm going, yo, his people come in, and now he's pissed. I look at him like, what you pissed for? Like, I'm sorry, no girl checked you about the playing shit. Well, I'm not a girl. I'm gonna check you, and I don't care. You can put a whole Glock on me, and I'm still gonna check your ass. The fuck. So I check his ass. I'm coming his ass. He coming on my ass. He's getting irritated. I'm like, I don't give a fuck you getting irritated. Out of all people, I don't want you to be irritated because I didn't come to you and spin the block about you. You came and spin the block about me under the influence or not. I don't care. So I get mad. He going da 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 da, and I'm like, okay, bet. That's how you playing. That's how you playing. Okay, bet. So mind you, a cop car just pulled up to collect another suburban wannabe trench ass child. Okay, that they caught trying to sell a dime or a bag, whatever it was at the time. So they just pulled up. It was a white man and a white lady were coming, and there's a whole crowd surrounding me. So I picked up the wet floor sign earlier to like my idea, like, let me tell you what my idea was at first before I continue. My idea literally was I was gonna take the welfare sign, like I was gonna swing it like a baseball bat and just have him unconscious for like an hour, like till the periods come and wake the fuck back up. Like, give him a little concussion. That's it. I swear to you, that was it. That's all I wanted to do. But the cops pulled in right when I wanted to do it. So I picked up wet for a sign, and they have a door open and they close me. They have it open and close. I'm like, you know, I just want to do this. So I'm like, bro. And then they're just like, and everyone just laughing like, ooh, you finna get it. She mad, yo. She mad. And then he's all like, da. Like, so at this point, I feel like he feels threatened now. He feels threatened by me. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna give you what you want. I'm gonna give you what you want. So I don't know what I did. I don't remember, but I don't know what everyone saw with first time. But whatever y'all saw, that's exactly what I did. And then when the cops came, I couldn't really like get him the way I wanted to get him. So I just dropped the welfare sign, went about my business, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna catch you another time. And after the bell rang, everyone started laughing at him for getting ate by me. So the whole time, the whole talk around the school was me and the wet floor sign, and everyone laughing about how I chewed his ass up, and everyone telling me their experience about him and what he does, and how they never they wanted to do it but never thought of it, but I had the guts to do it. So I'm like, y'all think this over? Just because the cops came and I could do what I wanted to do, best believe I'm gonna catch them under the period. Right? So that's what I did. So that's what I did. I skipped one period for a specific reason, just to catch him. So I see him. So I go in. What did I do? Did I check what class he was in and then someone told me, or did I just listen for myself? Whatever I did, okay? He came out. He came actually. I saw him when I waited, y'all. He came out on his washroom break on his own, y'all. I feel like someone saw me outside waiting for him, and he didn't want to go to the washroom. But I was like, oh, don't worry, I'll wait. I got all class to do this, so I'll wait. It ain't even that serious. So it's that serious. Like, I'll wait. Like how angry and on 10 I was, y'all. I waited. He came out. Okay, I'm dogging his ass out one more time. Don't play with me. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Like, don't play with me. Like, me out of people. Me just chilling out in my own world, in my own vibe. Mad cool with everybody wondering about me. I'm mad cool with I'm not mad cool with everybody like now, but back then I was mad chill and mad cordial with everybody, to the point where like you really can't hate me. You really couldn't hate me. Like, I was a vibe itself, so I'm mad cool with everybody. It really wasn't like one of the things like where like you could try me. Like, they tried me in the beginning, but trying to, you know, like play with my locker and shit, but they never robbed me because they know better, right? So like, I was mad cool. Like, I'm not saying we were friends and I fucked with you. We just had mutual respect for each other. So the fact that you came to flirt with me and then ghost me, baby girl, boy, let's talk about it. So what happened was, they had a supply teacher. So what y'all know is that when you have a supply teacher, it really isn't that serious. Like, you just do whatever the fuck you want to do, and that's just that. So they had a whole black supply teacher for that one auto class or whatever. So, so he came out and I dogged his ass even more. So I went up to him, I said, dogged his ass even more. I yelled at him and he got so y'all. At this point, I feel like he was annoyed and he was pissed because I dogged his ass too. And he was like, I'm gonna get you. And I'm like, okay, come get me then. Come get me. I was on 10. I didn't even care, bro. I was like, come get me then. And then he came up to me, but his friend tried to stop him. And then his friend was getting at me, and I'm like, no. Y'all need to go back Y'all need to go back to where y'all came from. Ain't when I'm about y'all. Y'all need to go back. And I'm on 10 with all of them, bro. Like, it's 3 niggas, but it's one on me. So I'm on 10 with all of them. So I'm like, da 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 da. He's like, da 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 da. And then the teacher comes out and she's like, y'all can come back inside now. She told the student, and he was even pissed, bro, because it's like, and she's like, where you coming from? And she's like, are you in this class? And I'm like, no. And she's like, okay, well, you better leave before I call the principal. And I'm like, okay. I said I wanted to say. I ain't gonna do too much, but that's what I wanted to say. So I said I wanted to say, and that was that. After that, people, I guess, were turning fast. People figured out the two together. People were asking me what happened. I told them what happened, and that was that, y'all. Like, that was it. Like, I was done. Like, I know I got my point across. I pissed him off enough. He knows what it is. He knows what type of time I was on. He was on that type of time too. So I let him know what it was, and that was that. So let's talk. That was the whole talk. So like the whole time, not whole school year after that, everyone kept reminding me about that one highlight moment. Like, remember when you threw it first on that tee? And I'm like, I love that, yo. I know, but I do that. What I had to do. Like, I remember, like, I chucked it at him and it missed, and he was pissed. So everyone reminded me about that, to the point where, like, now it's the end of the school year. Okay, so this is what happened. So I was on my my P's and Q's. Like, bitch, I'm just like, you know what? Like, I'm not trying to leave this school. Like, we didn't have any beef. You feel me? So I was just on my like P's and Q's. Like, I just wanted to like clear the air and let him know, like, bro, like, this is what it was. Like, and I ain't even on that shit. So he came up to me and he apologized for the gist of it, and I apologized for even though I wasn't freaking sorry. By the time I was on my P's and Q's, so, you know, I apologized for the wet floor sign, and then one of his homies called me beautiful, and I'm like, who you talking to? And then he was like, is anyone else in the hallway but you? And I was like, no. He's like, okay, I'm talking about you. And I was like, oh, thank you. And I walked away, and they all like stood there and watched me walk away, and then they went back to the one they were doing and chop it up. So I was like, okay, you on your grown nigga shit, like, you apologizing for what you did and the stupidity. So yeah, I can respect you for that. So it is what it is. So he apologized. I said, are we cool? He said, yeah, we're cool. And I was like, do you want to hug it out? And he was like, nah. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then eventually he ended up hugging it out, and he was like, okay, cool. So I was like, okay, cool. So after that, you know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't talk, but like the last week of school, like, we was just like, all I met feeling, I would see him, was say hi, like, and yeah. So that's how I've been team my butterflies. I'm sorry I look a mess, but I hope y'all enjoy the story time. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next one. Bye.